Now it's time to press buttons and talk with Manky and ProZD.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, it's been a gap for us, so we don't remember anything. So
we just have the answer.
I pulled up a little guide. I don't remember what we pressed, what we didn't press.
We talked to her about she went to take a bath and she saw a murder happen. That's about all we know.
Okay, so go to we're on it. So
cool.
So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
Okay.
But go look at Iris's not this.
Okay.
Iris should have given some kind of testimony.
Running the lights out at 10 p.m. was in her room until the murder was discovered.
Right.
So was she saying she left Iris to help the acolyte?
But Iris was saying that she was just in her room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused, like, where her room is and where the temple is, and if her room's in the temple and things of that nature, but
after this, we should look at the evidence. Just do a run through the evidence.
I mean, we're here.
I'm against mine as well. Okay.
She got
Ouch.
stabbed.
Okay.
That's my badge. It's my maggot ammo.
Psycho locks.
Has her fingerprints on it.
Okay.
The Shichisto, scary blood, a hanging scroll's got Mr. Faye on it. There's a big old 9 on it. We know that 9. We love that 9. There's Iris's hood.
Protects you from evil spirits.
That's nice to know. Found in the main hall. Maybe she dropped it. This was Larold being creepy. I don't know if there's any other secrets in there. Probably not.
Let's look at the map. Okay, yeah, we got Heavenly Hall, Inner Temple, Hazakura Temple.
Okay, so the Inner Temple is the thing on the mountain with the scary cage where Maya is. Hazakura is where everything else is.
And Heavenly Hall is the best hashtag in the world.
Yes.
Keep going.
Regional weather report for the night of the crime. Very stormy, very scary.
Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Hold on, I want to look at that.
Okay, thunderbolts and lightning.
Lightning strike at 10:45.
Very
Okay,
frightening. Galileo. Oh, cult.
Okay, hey, it's got these two.
Wow, that's that girl from the past. Oh,
right.
Photo of Elise.
There she is.
She's got her orb on there. That'll probably come up.
Okay, anyway, we got this.
Okay, so I can present this then.
Objection!
No, I'm not.
I'm Edgeworth. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all. Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple. In that case, Ms. Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me.
Got her, Edgeworth.
The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights-out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the Inner Temple at all. No! She said that!
Objection! A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Objection! But that is completely illogical.
No, it's not.
The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the Inner Temple would make for a much better alibi. Doi. A doi.
Did not think of that.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes. Sexy honest eyes. Ugh, I deserve that one. All people lie, you fucking creepy guy. That is my belief. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Everyone's creepy, right? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me and yet you want to play that game, do you?
I'm just doing my job. Well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Especially in winter. What does that mean?
Then, I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick.
Yes, you were. Then please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the cross-examination.
Okay. At night I was helping an wait, this is the same shit.
They added a part.
As you can see, my back... Okay, Iris came to the Inner Temple. She was dressed exactly... Okay, we have her fucking... She gave it to...
yeah, they gave us the...
Phoenix got this from Iris, so...
Yeah.
Interesting.
Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct? Of course! That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Objection! Hold it right there. Why do you have that, creepy?
I love to cosplay. That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Ms. Von
Does it
Karma?
really keep demons away?
I'll have you know, probably not, that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
You know where I'm going with this, don't you?
I'm actually completely lost.
If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims,
Okay.
the defendant couldn't have been wearing this very hood.
I still don't understand.
You are incompetent. Well!
I don't get it either. You
I
can
want to wear that hood.
Maybe
Gimmicks are always a
Maybe she
problem.
got a second hood in her pocket.
It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like
I
this.
got hoods in my pocket.
Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. I got a little bony for it.
Order in the court. Put that. Ow! Sister, this hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? I want one. It looks so cool.
Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange. Wah, stop! If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
Also, if you have a surplus, I want one too.
Yeah.
Why, if you didn't have enough hoods to share with the class, why didn't you bring them?
I wouldn't mind a hood myself. I could keep evil spirits away, because Lord knows they haunt me every day and every night.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Ms. Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily.
Even right now, I see them all over the place.
Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart.
Terrifying.
The seeds of doubt.
Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony and get me a fucking hood, if you want to be innocent. Tell us what you saw after finishing your baths, on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart.
Damn.
They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit.
Edward, that'll kill him.
Contradictory stimulation. I need to stop saying the word stimulation.
Yeah, especially with regards to this guy.
Yes. I finished my bath around 11 and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and...
In a book?
Iris was... Oh, Mr. Galeese! And with that sword of all things!
Scary.
Mr. Galeese was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Okay.
Huh. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. I'd love to see that.
That's a disgusting image.
Go ahead and do it if you're gonna. You're not gonna do it. And me seeing it all from this very chair.
You weirdo.
Well, something like that. That'd give me a real boner.
This judge sucks.
That kind of sums it up, doesn't
His
it?
imagination is about as vivid and creative and perverted as Detective Gumshoe.
Aw.
Aw.
Detective Gumshoe is a sweet little boy. Don't be mean to him. I would look at the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine. Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours?
I could add Mr. and Mrs. on everybody's. I forgot I was going to do that.
You couldn't, I suppose. It would just be odd.
Mrs. Bikini.
You don't know if I'm married or not. Okay, so I finished my bath around 11.
Okay, as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. Took
Okay.
a look in a book, and Iris was, oh, Mr. Galeason with that sort of all things.
Okay.
Mr. Galeason was staying in the corner room which faces out into the courtyard.
Okay.
This seems important. Where's the map?
But we don't have a map of the inner courtyard, I don't think.
Okay, but that is in the temple, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's cool, right?
The
I
stabbing-
meant in the evidence.
Oh.
Okay.
So
So,
we got
do
weather.
we have an autopsy report?
Yeah.
Okay. A loss of blood from stab in back. Body
fell 10 feet after death. That's odd.
Because
She was pushed out of her when... Did we establish that yet?
No, this doesn't make any sense because if the stabbing occurred after she was pushed,
that makes sense.
There's no way that
the fall happened second, so she would have...
the body fell after the death,
Okay.
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway.
Damn, roasting this girl.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. That's a weird thing. That's probably some Japanese joke we don't fully understand. However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Ms. Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
Okay, it's a manila envelope. It's not very interesting.
Open it.
Autopsy report. Oh, they put papers in here?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
Ah! That's right! It says after death right here.
Maybe we should try opening the manila envelopes and
I didn't know
the
they
contents.
did that. I just thought it was for decoration.
The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory.
Have they always done that?
If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Dumbos!
What, is that how Phoenix always knows stuff about how they died? Because I always thought that was weird.
read stuff? That's crazy!
Yeah, I didn't know there was shit in there.
Order! Order! We're all learning something very important today. The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree? That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below, like we've been saying this entire time.
Objection! Were there any signs of a struggle in Ms. Donim's room? You can't just make shit up.
Well,
She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree?
not that she's good. Well, Ms. Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah! No traces of blood were found in the victim's room because she
Stop
stabbed...
lashing out just because things aren't going your way.
No.
You absolute child.
How about I keep lashing out when things aren't going my way?
Wow, alright.
Wow, that's not a great standpoint. Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my...
Jesus.
You are physically...
She is flaying
damaging
them,
me.
flaying their skin.
It's too bad that Miles Edgeworth said it was okay. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that... Stop!
Oh, my eyeball
I
popped out!
gotta go to the hospital. I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this. As I'm sure your honor is well aware, when a stab wound produces the most blood, or any blood at all in some cases if you're really good with a sword. When it produces the most blood, very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, which is very creepy if you do, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound.
That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking. Fuck you, desk. We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out the window with the sword still in place, which is fucking crazy, but that's what happened. This removes all of the contradictions.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sounds legit. We'll just accept that in the case, I think.
Yeah.
Order, order, order! I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
I'd expect no less from Francisca Von Karma.
She's so pretty.
She locates and takes control of every vital point.
It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the truth, please, for the love of God.
For the love of God,
Why are you
please.
down there, you egg? Witness, please stop being an egg.
Don't go calling me an egg now or selling me short.
But
Nah.
you're kind of an egg.
The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape.
What does that mean?
Especially my back and my mood.
Is that like a reference in Japanese culture that they just didn't look up?
Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. Oh, damn, she thirsty.
With the whip?
Damn.
Oh boy. All right, all right.
Okay.
I'm into that.
As long as she's on board.
All right.
Further details.
When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise.
Okay, don't say that.
Maybe erase that
Okay,
part.
wait a minute.
I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mystic Ami was...
Sleeping.
stabbing Mystic Elise through the back.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory, Guilty. Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. I almost called you Mr. Miles Edgeworth. I don't respect you enough.
Have you ever said my name before? Perfection is an impossibility, Ms. Von Karma.
You're thinking that. So
And I'm here to teach you just that. Yes, I was thinking that. I didn't say it out loud, but it would have totally burned you if I
Dang.
did.
Maybe on next episode, Edgeworth will work through his self-consciousness and say the things.
And
that
I
he
finally
wants
do
to
a
say.
hot diss for once.
Yeah.